Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ed Mahar Arena as we present to you this matchup in women's hockey between the Concordia Stingers and McGill Martlets. Max McGill joined with Oliver Richmond as Concordia could try to continue their winning ways, or McGill wants to get back on track. It's the final meeting between both of these teams before the playoffs as you get the introduction of both teams. Oliver, Concordia making a strong statement against McGill during this week with a 9-0 win at McGill.
Yeah, Captain Jessimo Drapeau leading the way for the Stingers once again, getting 7 points in that matchup on Thursday, 3 goals and 4 assists for her. So definitely trying to send a message maybe before playoffs saying, hey, this isn't going to be easy. And maybe one last statement here tonight at home before we see these two teams to start playoffs off.
For Concordia, we're about to get the starting lineup. Should not be any surprise here. The starting forwards will be Jessimo Drapeau, Zoe Thibault, and Emilie Lucie. On defense, we'll just wait for confirmation. In practice, it was McIntyre and Lavoie, the starting D pair, but sometimes we do see Lavoie and Jobin being the starting defense. Belmendig being introduced as the starting goaltender for Concordia. We'll get to the starting goalies after the national anthem. So it will actually be Camille Richard with Emilie Lavoie to start off this afternoon. Head coach Julie Chu always keeping us on our heels to figure out who's the starting defensive partner for Emilie Lavoie to start off the game. For Concordia, Oliver, the principle is simple. Just keep doing what you're doing, especially in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, after taking their first loss in their 5th game of the season, they've won 15 straight now, improving their record to 19-1. Looking to get to 20-1 and make that 16 in a row, and no better night to do it here than at Ed Mahar Arena on this beautiful Sunday afternoon.
Especially on Super Bowl Sunday will be your appetizer before the match this evening. Let's get to the national anthems, and then we'll get you the starting goalies between the Concordia Stingers and McGill Martlets here at Ed Mahar Arena. As mentioned, let's get to the starting goaltenders for both sides. We start off with McGill, and it's Jade Rival-Coulombe.
Jade Rival-Coulombe having a solid season despite McGill's losing ways so far this year. A 3.19 goal against average and an 8.81 save percentage, record at 2-12, but that does not show the type of goalie that she is when you face up to 30 shots a game, as the opponents do. Against McGill, it's tough to save that many shots.
And for Concordia, it is not Jordan Verbeek this afternoon. It is Belmendig.
Belmen making her 7th start of the season, sitting at a 1.20 goal against average and a 9.48 save percentage and a perfect record of 6-0 with 2 shutouts. She looks to improve to 7-0 tonight. Hasn't got too much playing time recently. Has been a lot of Jordan Verbeek, but Jordan getting the rest tonight as they look forward to Bishops next week.
Emilie Lavoie, Camille Richard, Jessimo Drapeau, Zoe Thibault, Emilie Lucie to start off for Concordia. For McGill, it is Jordan Watson, India Benoit, Chloe Blanchard, Bridget O'Hare, and Megan Chaillet. It's the rivalry as old as time. Concordia and McGill here at Ed Mahar Arena on this Sunday afternoon. Thank you all for joining us as puck drop is moments away. It is Benoit against Thibault, face-off won by Benoit, and we are underway here in this matchup as puck is dumped into the right corner as Megan Chaillet will take it. And she'll try to break out for McGill. Long dump, hits the official. Lucie can't control it. It goes to Jordan Watson. Watson on the left side, pass it forward to Blanchard. She'll lose possession. It'll go to Lavoie. Lavoie to Zoe Thibault. We'll leave it off for Emilie Lucie. Lucie gets poked off the puck. Blanchard instead just dumps it away. McGill makes some changes. Concordia regroup in their own zone. Lucie to Béatrice Caron. Back to Drapeau. Drapeau gets poked off the puck. It goes to Carbonneau. Carbonneau can't retrieve the pass from Blanchard. And it's Courtney Rice with it now. Rice gets poked off the puck. We'll move towards her forehand. We'll backhand it. Velpass will get there in the right corner. To the point it goes for Caron. Caron across for Jobin. Jobin, wrist shot in front. No deflection, goes wide to the right side. Mika Chang can't clear it. Caron keeps it in. It goes to Courtney Rice. Rice trying to find Pelowick. Ekaterina Pelowick in the left corner. Loses possession. Carbonneau chases after it. Can't get to it though. Mia Giles chases after it. Goes back to Pelowick for Concordia. Trying to backhand it in front. Nobody home. Puck finally goes to Cassie Blanchard, and she'll pass it forward to Taylor Garcia. Garcia working quickly on the right side. Garcia waits. Wrist shot saved by Mende. Whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off.
Belmen, the first goalie that'll have to make a save here tonight, as it looked like it had been all Concordia, getting some offensive zone pressure, getting the puck moving around, but no shots on net for them. McGill comes down the other way and tallies the first one of the game.
It's the third line of Parent, Bidier, and Gaudreau on the ice here for Concordia. Face off on the right side. D'Souza will dump it away. Puck in between the skates of Annika Cormier. And it goes to Bidier. Bidier loses it, goes to Kassem. She'll wrist shot it. Blocker saved by Mende. Puck in the corner, shot in front. Will just go to the stick of McIntyre. And the puck will be pushed forward. It's Noémie Gaudreau with it. Gaudreau on the left side will shoot it. Save off the pad of Jade Rivard-Coulombe. Puck dumped around the boards. Will go to the point for Lavoie. Lavoie waits. Wrist shot straight to the glove of Rivard-Coulombe. Whistle sounds. They'll have a face-off as the McGill netminder faces her first two shots of the game.
Couple quick shots for Concordia there in transition. Able to contain the puck in the offensive zone. And Emily Lavoie, we know how much she loves to shoot the puck. A great offensive defenseman. She's got 6 goals this season. Fires one towards net, but Rivard-Coulombe makes the easy save.
Fourth line out on the ice here for Concordia. And Juliette Leroux, Audrey Clavette, and Kate Furlong. Megan Cronwall pushes it, the puck on the other side. Will go to Chaillet. Chaillet's pass intercepted by Leroux. Puck still loose, goes to neutral ice. Moving it forward is Cronwall. Puck behind the net. Guichard gets knocked in. Florence Blanchette now a wraparound in front. Saved by Mende. Rebound still loose. Covered up finally by the Concordia netminder, Katia Blanc, with a couple chances on the wraparound for McGill.
Blanchette, who we haven't seen play here at home for a while, back with her old defensive partner in Camille Richard, sorry there. And they're looking solid out there again. Jobin and Caron back together as well.
Face off on the left side of Mende. Face off won by Concordia. It's Béatrice Caron with possession. She'll go to Jessimo Drapeau. Drapeau to Lucie. Lucie with speed. Goes around Cassidy Blanchard. Can't track the puck in time, but at least pokes it forward to Thibault. Thibault to Drapeau. Drapeau wrist shot blocked in front by Cassidy Blanchard. And that puck goes all the way back down to Concordia's side of the ice. Caron, long pass, finds Drapeau in the middle. Concordia's captain still with possession on the left side. Waits, trying to pass it across for Lucie, but blocked again by the stick of Blanchard. Caron to Lucie. Lucie at the top of the net, shoots it in front, save deflected, scores! No, they'll call it high stick in the air. Deflected, patted out of the air by Jessimo Drapeau. So it will be no goal on that one. And we'll have a face-off instead, and we remain tied at 0 scores.
Jessimo Drapeau knew it herself, smiling it off immediately. That first line looking strong like they did at the end of that game on Thursday, where they were able to score 5 out of the 9 goals in regulation time on 5-on-5 hockey in that first line.
Megan Chaillet with possession, goes to Bridget O'Hare. O'Hare, her pass will get blocked off. It'll go back to Chaillet. Now back to O'Hare. Long pass from O'Hare. Cannot find the stick properly of Carbonneau. And it goes to Lavoie. Lavoie to McIntyre. Trying to find Vel. Pass intercepted by McGill. O'Hare trying to dump it away, does not cross the red line, and that's going to be an icing call against McGill. And down the ice we will go for a face-off on the right side of Jarry-Coulombe. 3.5 minutes gone by in the first period.
Bit of a silly icing call there. Just take one more stride, get over the red line, dump it in, and allow your team to try and start the cycle. But now you got a defensive zone face-off, and you got Rosalie Parent, a great face-off player.
Puck to the point for Lavoie. Will go to McIntyre. McIntyre trying to go across for Bidzier. Takes a deflection, but finally lands on Bidzier's stick. She'll pass it back for Lavoie. Lavoie across for McIntyre. McIntyre to Bidzier. One-timer hits the side of the net. Puck still in the right corner. A McGill player lost their stick. Bidzier shoots it in front. It gets blocked. Puck behind the net now. Puck still loose. McGill back with possession. Chailly will go to Garcia. Garcia trying to clear it. Bidzier keeps it in. It was Carbonneau that lost her stick. Manages to recover it now and will go for a change. And again, Chailly with possession for the Martlets. Chailly trying to pass it around. Clavette there to meet her. Puck will at least get knocked into Concordia's zone. It'll be recovered at neutral ice by McGill once again. Garcia trying to backhand pass it. Nobody home. And now it's Kate Furlong with some speed. Furlong wrist shot will get deflected. Will go wide to the right side. Juliette Leroux. Back to Furlong. Furlong to Clavette. Clavette with a shot deflected. Hits the top of the netting over the glass. Whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off in McGill's zone one more time.
This fourth line not known too much for their scoring. Only 2 goals so far this season. But they're so talented on the forecheck and such an important part of this hockey team as they're able to consistently keep pressure on the other team every game.
Face off on the right side of Jarry-Coulombe. It's the first line out for the Stingers. Emilie Lucier with possession. Lucier on the left side, trying to pass it in front of one time for Drapeau, but she fans on it. Blanchette keeps it in. We'll go back to Lucier. Lucier shoots it in front, takes a deflection in front, blocked off, and Boutin will push it forward. Kassem trying to reach to it, can't do so, and Lucier will finally touch the puck, but it's going to be an offside against Concordia. So we'll have a face-off just outside McGill's zone. With 15-12 remaining in the first period. Still no score between McGill and Concordia.
That first line for Concordia, you will see, will always come out after some sustained offensive zone time pressure there, and McGill was unable to get a change in, so great opportunity for them, but Jessimo Drapeau just fanning on the one-timer there.
Face-off was won by McGill, but it's cleared down the ice by Angélie Jobin. McGill will refire in their own zone. Cassie Blanchard will find a pass to a teammate. That puck will go down the ice, however, and Jordan Watson took the deflection, but it was before the red line, which means it's another icing call against McGill.
No tired legs out there for McGill. They were able to get a change in on that offside call, but you still obviously want to limit the amount of defensive zone faceoffs you have to take, especially against a team like Concordia, who does a great job at getting the cycle going and keeping the puck in the offensive zone.
Face off on the left side of Jarry-Coulombe, won by McGill. Mia Giles goes off the glass, will go to neutral ice. Angélie Jobin with it. Jobin, her pass intercepted by India Benoit. Trying to recover Isabelle pass, and she'll be successful, as now it's Pelowick for possession for Concordia. Long pass to the other side, trying to find Courtney Rice, will at least push it into McGill's zone. Cassie Blanchard gets there first. Puck circles around the boards, will find Watson. Watson to Benoit. Benoit trying to find a long pass in front for Chloé Blanchard, but she can't get to it. Mende will just cover it up. The whistle sounds, and we'll regroup in Concordia territory.
Not too many high danger chances so far for either team. Both shots going directly at the goalies. Some pretty easy saves for them so far tonight.
Face off on the left side of Mende. We'll go to the point for Chailly. Chailly will shoot in front. Knocked away by the stick of the Concordia goalie. Puck will go to Bidzier. Bidzier to Lavoie. Lavoie trying to push it forward herself, but gets blocked off in front of her bench. Karatzis can't control it for McGill. He'll go to the skate of Gaudreau. Gaudreau to Bidzier. Bidzier will just backhand it away. Parent chases after it. Jarry-Coulombe will backhand it to Bridget O'Hare. O'Hare works up ice. Will get a pass to Katia Blanc. She'll just push it in Concordia territory. Lavoie backhands it around the boards. Gaudreau can't slow it down properly. Chailly will get it at the point. Pass it to O'Hare, but the puck crosses the blue line, so McGill have to refire in neutral ice. Chailly dumps it in. Mende will just knock it to the side, and Lavoie will recover. Lavoie leaves it behind for Rosalie Parent. Parent to McIntyre. McIntyre cross ice pass to Lavoie. Lavoie all alone here in McGill territory as Everyone for Concordia went to make a change. Cassie Blanchard on the backhand. Now it goes to, again, Carbonneau. Carbonneau in the middle, cuts to her left side. Still Carbonneau trying to pass it back in front. Cannot find a target in Mika Chang. Mia Giles with it now. She'll backhand in front instead it goes behind the net. Audrey Clavet with possession. Clavet trying to go off the boards to furlong. Intercepted by McGill. Down the ice it goes. Cassie Blanchard will get there first for the Martlets. Blanchard moves up ice. Blanchard past the middle. Now we'll just dump it away. Mende will cover it up in her glove. Whistle will sound. And we'll have a face-off in Concordia zone.
A lot of the saves that Belle Mendes had to make so far this game have just been dump-ins from McGill from behind the blue line. So not having to put too much effort in quite yet, but it is nice to see the puck come towards you, get a feel for the game early on.
Face-off won by Concordia. It's France Blanchette to Jessimo Drapeau. Drapeau trying to find a long pass to Lucie. Will at least touch it, so the icing's waved off. But she has to go all the way behind the net of McGill. Lucie trying to back it in front for Drapeau. Can't get a shot off. Long pass from Boutin. Intercepted in the middle. It goes to Lucie. Now to Drapeau. Drapeau waits. Passing across for Thibault. Thibault shoots it in front. It gets blocked. Thibault back with it, goes to Drapeau. Drapeau leaves it behind to Thibault again. Now trying to pass it in front, nobody home. Puck still loose, finally goes to Lucie. She tries to shoot it, gets blocked off the stick. Serine Kassem with it for McGill, trying to clear it away. Still Kassem with it, goes to neutral ice, hits the Lions official. And the puck will get dumped in one more time by Concordia, but it's Bridget O'Hare to block it, and she'll dump it away into Concordia zone. Beatrice Caron recovers for the Stingers. Caron to Courtney Rice. Rice with speed on the right side. Still Courtney Rice trying to cut back in the middle, trying to go to Pelowick. She can't get to it. Rice goes all the way to her left side. Chloe Blanchard trying to move forward. She gets intercepted. Puck now dumped in by McGill. Mende goes to Jobin. Jobin trying to find Courtney Rice. Jordan Watson there on the forecheck to block for McGill. But now the puck will go to Pelowick, and she'll break out for the Stingers past neutral ice and dump it away. Yvonne Coulomb will get it, will cover it herself. The whistle sounds, we'll have a face-off, 11:21 left in the first period.
Neither team able to establish in the offensive zone early on here. A lot of neutral zone battles being played. Battles at the blue lines of each side. Concordia maybe looking to win the face-off here. Rosalie Perron, like I said, really good in the face-off circle, so maybe try and set up in the offensive zone.
It's Bidier with it. Alexis Bidier. Trying to circle around a couple players. Instead, we'll leave it off for Gaudreau. Gaudreau to the point for Lavoie. Lavoie across for McIntyre. McIntyre will shoot in front. Gets deflected out of the air. Parent with it behind the net. Bidier there to help on the forecheck, but McGill able to intercept it and push it forward. Karatzis at least gets it to neutral ice. And now it'll be cleared down the ice by Mia Giles. Hits the top of the glass, goes behind the net. And it goes to Amy Lavoie. Lavoie flicks it over for Bidier. Bidier on the left side, Lavoie working as a forward to help. Bidier trying to go across for Lavoie. She can't get her stick down on the ice. On the other side, it's Katia Blanc for McGill with it. Into Concordia territory. Blanc shoots it straight into the body of the Concordia goalie. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off in Concordia zone.
Both goalies looking solid early. They've made some easy saves, getting into this game, finding their groove. Nearly halfway through this first period. Not many great opportunities for either team, but McGill get the offensive zone face-off here.
Puck goes to Taylor Garcia. Her pass gets a deflection, and D'Souza has to track back to it. Clavet chasing after her. Puck on the other side. It goes to Davis. Davis will dump it down, but that's just going to be an icing against McGill, so we'll have to go all the way to the other side, and immediately Concordia's first line acknowledges the icing and goes straight on the ice here and try to take advantage of the bad turnover by McGill.
McGill obviously trying to play the dump and chase game here early on, getting the puck into the zone and trying winning it off the defenders to set up, but they've just been dumping it from past the red line, so getting multiple icing calls so far this game.
Davis knocks it around the boards. Garcia shoots it into neutral ice. Now it goes to Thibault. Thibault to Jessimo Drapeau. Drapeau trying to leave it behind for Thibault, but it's now Mika Chang with it for McGill on the left side. She'll just dump it away straight to the glove of Mende, and she'll leave it off to Camille Richard. Richard to Lucie. Lucie dumps out the backhand in front of Concordia's bench, and that puck will just go straight back in Concordia's zone. Lavoie with possession. Goes to Drapeau. Drapeau to the middle of the ice for Thibault. Thibault to Lucier. They'll say Lucier entered the zone too quickly. Offside is the call. Whistle sounds and we'll regroup just outside McGill territory.
What looked like it could be a great opportunity for the first line of the Stingers. Maybe a bit of a 2-on-1 there for Lucier and Thibault. But unfortunately, Lucier just a half a step early getting there offside.
Again, Chailly with it for McGill. Her pass intercepted. Jobin goes off the boards, takes the deflection. Into the McGill bench it goes. Whistle sounds. We'll regroup just in front of McGill's bench for the face-off. Courtney Rice and Boutin shoving one another just before we get to refire. It's Annika Cormier and Frédéric Velpas on the face-off here. Face-off won by McGill. It's Chailly with possession. She'll go off the boards. Caron will intercept it. Puck stays into neutral ice. Finally, we'll go to Boutin. She'll just dump it away. Getting after is Annika Cormier. But it's Beatrice Caron with possession for a quick second. Now it goes back to Cormier. Cormier trying to backhand it in front. Chailly with the shot. Gets saved. Rebound goes over the net. Oh, so close from against Chailly for getting a goal. And now we're going to have a penalty against McGill. It's Cormier that's going to go to the box. And that means Concordia get their first power play of the afternoon. Chailly coming oh so close from scoring the first goal of this match, but now offense turns to defense for the Martlets.
So what looked like the best opportunity of the game for both teams turns into a penalty for McGill. You don't want to take penalties against Concordia. First in U Sports women's hockey, sitting at 22.4% on the power play. And on the other side, last in U Sport hockey, McGill, 71.4% on the penalty kill.
Caron to Lucier. Lucier shoots it in front off the mask of Rivaud-Coulombe and cleared down the ice. Lucier couldn't control it. Concordia will have to regroup. Guichard chases after it. Has Chloé Blanchard next to her. Mende instead keeps it and goes to Lucier. Lucier will go on a skate. Lucier on the left side, still with it. Finally loses possession for a second and refire. And now whistle sounds, and we're going to have a penalty against Concordia. It's Camille Richard that's going to get called for interference on the stick lift. And just like that, the power play is nullified, and we're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey here at Yamaha Arena.
Not the smartest play there from the Stingers defense, and just, you got the puck in the zone. Obviously, I understand you're just trying to allow your player to create some space and try and get the cycle and get the puck moving. But referees are looking to call a penalty when you're on the power play, so you cannot do anything. You already have the one-player advantage, so they're definitely looking to make it a 4-on-4, and now we get a minute and a half of 4-on-4 hockey between McGill and Concordia.
Face-off won by the Martlets. It's Chailly with it. Chailly waits, wrist shot, takes a deflection, will go behind the net. Puck will go to Jessimo Drapeau. Drapeau leaves it behind for McIntyre. McIntyre trying to clear it away, but it's intercepted by Garcia. Now she has some space on the right side. Velpas coming back quickly. Lavoie trying to pass it to Drapeau, but Drapeau never saw the puck, and it's Chailly back with it for McGill. Chailly behind the net, trying to go for the wraparound. Pass in front, nobody home. It goes to the point. Blunt with a slap shot straight into the glove of Belmende. Whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off.
But definitely a bit of a different story than on Thursday, as McGill is not only matching Concordia's speed and play, they're out shooting them 7-6 at the moment, and in the past few minutes, they've looked like the better team. Concordia obviously dominated that Thursday matchup, scoring 3 goals in that first period.
Puck goes to Courtney Rice. She'll cross neutral ice, trying to go around the defense of McGill, but Mia Giles stops her. Kassem can't get to it. It goes to Bidzier. Bidzier circles around the net. Will go to the point for Jobin. Jobin, she'll shoot it in front. Gets blocked by Cassie Blanchard. Puck still loose in the air. Finally goes back to Blanchard. Bidzier trying to intercept it on the forecheck, but it's McGill to recover. Mia Giles, long pass. Can't find Boutin properly. Caron trying to get to it, but it hits the line official and goes back to Kassem. Kassem poked off the puck by Rosalie Parent. 20 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Parent now with possession all alone on the right side. Parent still with it. Working on the backhand, slows down, can't get back to it, however. And it's Bridget O'Hare with possession for the Martlets. O'Hare spins, will find Chailly. Chailly Back to O'Hare. It's now a 5-on-4 power play for 30 seconds for McGill. Pass in the middle, can't find a target. Concordia trying to clear it away, unsuccessful. It's India Benoit with it. Benoit to the point for O'Hare. O'Hare, wrist shot in front, saved by Mendes. She doesn't know where it is and finally covers it up. Whistle sounds and we'll have a face-off. Concordia's netminder lost the puck for a second, but thankfully was able to recover just in time.
Bellman didn't see where the puck was after that initial save, but in the end does cover it up. Only 15 seconds left on the power play for McGill. They've only scored 3 goals on the power play this season, 2.8% currently.
Face-off won by Concordia. As you see, we'll try and chase after it. Official gets knocked over by accident. And it goes to Blanchard. She'll try to shoot it, blocked by Concordia. And now it's Lucier with some speed. Guichard will come back onto the ice, and the power play will expire for McGill. And we are back to 5-on-5. Lucier manages to keep it in. Continues to chase after it is Lucier. She'll get knocked over, no call. Manages to pass it in front, but only goes to the stick of Jordan Watson. Drapeau blocks the clearing attempt, but has to circle back to neutral ice. Still Jessimo Drapeau with it, trying to cut against a couple of McGill players. And now India Benoit has it for the Martlets. Benoit with some help for Chloe Blanchard. Keeps in Concordia's zone. Blanchard knocks Blanchard over. Puck is still loose. Finally goes to Zoe Thibault. Now Jessimo Drapeau with it. Drapeau leaves it behind for Jabin. Jabin still with it. Looking for a passing option. Now we'll just shoot in front. Takes a deflection. Clavette knocks it out of the air. Puck still loose. Finally goes to Rival-Coulombe. She'll try to cover it up with the blocker. Unsuccessful in that attempt. Clavette now with it. She gets knocked over. And the puck finally goes to Cassie Blanchard. Moving forward is McGill. It's Katia Blanc with it on the left side. Trying to pass it back in front. Goes off a skate. Now Cassie Blanchard will shoot it in front. That's blocked by Camille Richard. Kate Furlong with it. Furlong to Richard. Richard trying to backhand. It goes off the skate of Blanc. And Jabin will just circle all the way back. We'll go to a long pass. We'll find Clavette. Clavette trying to pass it across. Takes a deflection, but finds Furlong. Now Camille Richard trying to pass it to Furlong. She's unsuccessful. Kuratis will dump it back in for Concordia. Stingers have to be careful here. They're starting to get hemmed in. Can they clear it? No, they cannot. Puck takes the deflection. Goes to Chloe Davis. She'll go to neutral ice. Furlong chases after her. Puck dumped in once again. 2 people from Concordia were able to make changes, but Jabin, Richard, and Furlong are still on the ice here. Finally goes to Rosalie Parent. Parent with space. Still Rosalie Parent working on the backhand. Shoots it. Saved off the stick of Rival-Coulombe. Bidier trying to pass it back in front. 4:40 left in the first period. Still no score. Gaudreau will shoot it in front. That's blocked. Carbonneau to Garcia. Garcia can't keep control. They'll go to Gaudreau. She'll lose possession in the middle. Carbonneau gets it back, but finally it's Velpass with possession to Emilie Lavoie. Lavoie to McIntyre. McIntyre, long pass across, finds Velpass. Velpass will shoot it. Will go over the net as it took a deflection. Courtney Rice with it now. Rice loses possession, goes to Garcia. She'll pass it to the other side, but that only gets to the stick of Lavoie for Concordia. She'll dump it in. Rival-Coulombe chases after it. Will backhand pass. It'll be dumped away one more time by McGill, pardon me. That's France Blanchette with it. She'll go to Lavoie, dumps it away. Rival-Coulombe behind her net. Goes around, Mika Chang will get there. Has some help from Cormier. Cormier can't clear it though. It goes back to Chang. Chang dumps it around. Davis will at least get it to neutral ice. Guichard back with it. Will backhand pass. It takes a deflection. Cormier lost her stick. And it'll be Courtney Rice with possession. Rice in the middle of the ice will dump it away. Rival-Coulombe will cover it up. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off in Martlet's zone as the shots are tied at 8 apiece with 3:25 left in the first period.
Pelowick doing the smart thing there and pressuring Jade Rival-Coulombe, because you could see that Concordia was making a change to get their first line on the ice, and this allows an offensive zone face-off and a great opportunity for Concordia to maybe tag on the first goal of the game here, as this game has been back and forth for the past few minutes.
Face-off on the right side of Rival-Coulombe. Thibault on the face-off, wins it. It'll go to Lucier. Lucier working on the left side. Pass it to Richard. Richard shoots it in front. It's blocked by Kassem. Lucier trying to recover on it. It goes to Thibault. Thibault in the right corner goes to Drapeau. Drapeau trying to backhand it in front. Nobody home. Rival-Coulombe carefully and easily covers it up and will refire in McGill territory.
Drapeau maybe seeing that Concordia wasn't able to establish the cycle, so just trying to get the puck on net, giving them a chance to reset in hopes that Zoe Thibault can win this face-off, and then get the puck moving, maybe find some shooting lanes, get some bodies up front, look for some deflections and some rebounds.
Face-off won by Thibault again. Lance Blanchette with it. Blanchette will shoot in front, save by Rivard Coulombe. Thibault will get the rebound. Thibault to Lucier. Lucier with speed will shoot in front, can't get a deflection. Now it's Guichard with it behind the net. Guichard trying to leave it behind, will go to Thibault. Thibault backhander in front, nobody home. Lucier tries to shoot it, her stick explodes. Chasing after it is Chloé Blanchard, is going against Camille Richard. Blanchard, her pass can only find the stick of Lucier. She'll backhand it, nobody home from Concordia. Now goes back to Chloé Blanchard. She'll backhand it in front, get knocked away by Concordia. Jordan Watson, her backhand pass only finds Juliette Leroux, and it's Emilie Lucier back with it. Will pass it across and dump it away. Cassie Blanchard will get there first for the Martlets. Her long pass will find Jordan Watson. Now goes to India Benoit. Benoit with a couple good moves, trying to find a shot in front. It's blocked by Caron. Caron, pass it to Furlong. Furlong now with some space. It's a partial 2-on-1 for Concordia. Clavet will shoot it straight into the glove of Rivard Coulombe. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off off the one-timer from Audrey Clavet. She's still looking for her first as a Stinger with 2:01 left in the first period.
A great 2-on-1 opportunity there. I don't know if that was the best shot to take, because you had plenty of time and space to maybe get one more pass across to get it back to Kate Furlong. But obviously, she saw what she could take, and she took it, recording the 10th shot of the game for Concordia.
McGill with possession. O'Hare long pass, cannot find the stick of Cronwald, and that's going to be an icing call against McGill. We'll go down the ice for a face-off as Lavoie and McIntyre will hop on to replace Jobin and Caron.
Definitely the defensive pairing you'll probably see the most tonight as they bring the most offense to this Stinger side. McIntyre was injured for about half the season. Great to have her back, and Lavoie, we know how talented of a defenseman she is.
McIntyre trying to find Parent. Parent bats it out of the air, but whistle sounds as Rivard Coulombe will cover it up. 1:44 left in the first period. Shots 10-8 in favor of the Stingers.
Concordia doing a great job at putting pressure on Rivard Coulombe every time the puck is on her stick, every time she goes to glove the puck down, not letting her play the puck and trying to get offensive zone faceoffs.
Face-off won by Concordia. Puck still in the face-off dot. Now it goes to Lavoie. Lavoie, rich shot in front. Collected properly by Rivard Coulombe. Not happy with the crowd in front. Gets a little jab on Bizier. Whistle sounds and we'll regroup.
No bodies in front on that shot from Lavoie. Rivard Coulombe able to see it the whole way. And maybe a bit of a set play here as you see Courtney Rice communicating something with Emily Lavoie.
Face-off won by McGill, however. Cassie Blanchard trying to clear it away. Mika Chang there to help. Carbonneau trying to get to it as well. Unsuccessful. It goes behind the net. Blanchard backhands it. Gets some help from Mia Giles as the puck circles around the boards. Garcia to neutralize. Lavoie knocks it down. Finally, we'll go to Carbonneau for the Martlets. Carbonneau can't get around McIntyre. She tries to find some room in the left corner. Will finally go to Lavoie. Lavoie chased with Garcia. Will backhand pass it to Courtney Rice. Rice trying to find a pass in the middle to Velpass. Unsuccessful. Last minute of play of this first period. It's Garcia with it. Her wrist shot blocked in front. Goes to Lavoie. Lavoie backhand passes it to Pelowick. Pelowick will dump it in front of McGill's bench. O'Hare to Chaillet. Chaillet to Garcia. Garcia leaves it back for Cormier. Back to Chaillet. Chaillet wrist shot in front. Deflected out of the air. Top of the netting, over the glass it goes. Whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off with 36.6 seconds left in the first period. Still no score between McGill and Concordia.
A very back-and-forth period here. McGill doing a great job at holding their own, doing their best to send a message to Concordia that they're not going to make that playoff series easy, even though they're the fourth place team.
So it's Thibault with it as a McGill player gets knocked over. No call. Couple deflections, puts the puck behind the net of Concordia once again. 23 seconds and counting left in the first. Zoe Thibault with it. Long pass will find Lucier as the puck is stuck between her skates. Now finally will go to Kassem. Kassem around the boards, goes to Cormier, but it's kept in by Concordia. Drapeau trying to backhand pass it in front. 8 seconds left on the clock. Blanchette with it, shoots it in front, takes a deflection. Thibault trying to shoot it out of the air, backhands out of the air, straight saved by Rival Coulombe. And we'll have 0.3 seconds left. So a face-off, and that will be it. I would be very surprised, Oliver, to see a shot off this.
In basketball, 0.3 seconds is the minimum amount of time you can have to get a shot off. But in basketball, also, when the ball's in the air and the buzzer goes, it counts. But in hockey, obviously not enough time to score a goal off a face-off.
And as the puck is dropped, that is how the first period will conclude. Concordia and McGill will go back to the locker rooms with no score on the board. And we'll be back in a couple minutes' time to break down all the action that transpired in this first period as you're watching Concordia versus McGill here at MR Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first period intermission report here at Mahar Arena between Concordia and McGill. Max McGill joined with Oliver Richmond. No score after one period of play. A very different outlook at what was the first period between Concordia and McGill on Thursday, where it was 3-0 for Concordia after one, and then finished 9-0, all things considered. But for McGill, a very strong showing in the first 20 minutes against Concordia in their final matchup before the playoffs.
That 9-0 score does not reflect how good of a team McGill is. Yes, they're fourth in the standings. They've struggled all season, but they're a really strong team, and they're able to hold their own with pretty much every team in this conference, beating Bishops just a couple weeks ago. But tonight, they are holding their own against the number one team in the RSEQ, number two team in the country in Concordia, and maybe trying to send a message ahead of that playoff series that'll come in a few weeks' time.
For Concordia, not the strongest of first periods, a bit of broken plays here and there. We'll see how the second fares out, as we know that they can come out and guns blazing at any moment.
100%, Max. That Concordia team, usually the team that sets the tone in the first period and makes the other team play their game. But tonight, McGill came out first, got the first two shots on net, tested Belmend early, who hasn't played for a little while. It's been all Jordan Verbeek in net for Concordia, and Concordia kind of had to adapt to the way that McGill was playing, and so it slowed things down for them. They weren't able to get those breakouts that they're used to. First line wasn't able to create too many opportunities. The only one was that goal that got called back on the high stick from Jessimo Drapeau.
So the one question becomes, can McGill keep this going, or Concordia find a crack through the Martlet's wall? We'll have to see in a couple minutes' time, and this will conclude our first period intermission report. Still no score between Concordia and McGill. We'll be back in a couple minutes' time for the start of the second period between Concordia and McGill. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ed Mahar Arena as we are moments away from the start of the second period between the Concordia Stingers and McGill Martlets. Max Mcgill joined with Oliver Richmond on this Super Bowl Sunday. But on this Sunday afternoon, we give you a little appetizer before the big NFL game between the Patriots and Seahawks. No score between Concordia and McGill after 20 minutes of play. And now becomes the big difficulty for both sides as the goalies switch places, and it's a long change period for the second period at Ed Mahar Arena. So the big important key here for both teams, Oliver, is do not get hemmed into your own zone because it's going to take a while before you can even get a change.
Winning neutral zone battles and winning the battles at the top of your defensive zone, so around the blue line and before the face-off circle, is so important because if you are able to get enough time to get possession, recoup the puck in the back of your zone, and get at least 2 to 3 players off the ice for a change, it is so important in this second period. And as a player, you can never extend your shift, never say, okay, I can spend a couple more seconds out here. Just get to the bench, get that quick change, get fresh legs out there. The long change can kill you. And we saw it last night in the men's game where the McGill Redbirds were able to get 2 goals in that second period to take a 3-2 lead over Concordia. And it was because of that long change they were able to get the puck deep into the zone, hold the puck in the offensive zone, and start building up shots against the goalie and eventually get 2 past him.
Face-off won by India Benoit, and the second period is underway here at Ed Mahar Arena as Chloé Blanchard dumps the puck into Concordia territory. Camille Richard with possession. Will find Zoe Thibault. Thibault goes to Emilie Lucie. Lucie can't get the puck between her skates. It'll go to Bridget O'Hare for McGill. She'll go back to Benoit. Benoit, long pass, can't find Blanchard. It goes to Thibault. Thibault, pass it for Drapeau. Jessimo Drapeau still with possession. Drapeau waits, shoots. It goes over the net left side. Lavoie to Lucier. Lucier, wrist shot in front, will go behind the net. Bounce back to Jade Rivard-Coulombe. She'll collect it, whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off.
That first line for Concordia setting the tone early, getting a little bit of offensive zone time there on a couple shots. Jessimo Drapeau was able to spring herself free as a McGill defender lost her stick, but just putting the puck a little bit high over the net. You're not going to score if you don't hit the net. Just try to pick her corner a little bit too much there.
Gaudreau trying to get a shot off, unsuccessful. Mia Giles with possession for McGill in the right corner. We'll find Céline Kassem. Kassem with a big pass in the middle, and Boutin and Caron collide. Puck dumped in, and it's going to be a delayed penalty against McGill on the collision. And it's going to be a power play upcoming for Concordia for an illegal check. Caron seems to be fine, and it'll be Elodie Boutin to go to the box for 2 minutes.
Big hit there by McGill leads to Concordia's second opportunity on the power play. Last time it got cut very short, only 30 seconds spent on the power play before they took a penalty of their own to get some 2-on-2 hockey, so hopefully a chance to open the scoring here.
Face off between Lavoie and Carbonneau on the right side of Rivard-Coulombe. Won by McGill. Drapeau will go and activate and keep the puck. Jobin manages to keep it in at the point. Down low to Drapeau. Back to Jobin. Now to Lavoie. Has to stop it with her skate. Go back to Jobin. Down low for Drapeau. Drapeau trying to pass across for Lavoie. Clearing it by McGill. Unsuccessful. It goes to Emilie Lavoie. Lavoie leaves it behind for Jobin. Jobin slaps it in front. And it goes straight into the body of Jade Rivard-Coulombe. Whistle sounds and we'll regroup.
Jobin is a player that we've seen get a lot more offensively involved since she had that game winner against Bishops at the Women's University Hockey Classic at Place Belle. And now she's got an opportunity on this power play as well, as Julie Chu has mixed things up on the power play, splitting up that first line a little bit and sticking Jobin alongside Emilie Lavoie on the point.
Puck goes to the point again for Jobin. Now to Lavoie. She'll find Drapeau. Drapeau backhands it to Jobin. Jobin leaves it behind for Lavoie. Lavoie slap shot in front, straight to the glove of Jade Rivard-Coulombe once again. Whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off one more time in McGill zone.
A couple point shots early on in this power play for Concordia, but neither of them able to get any bodies in front, so no trouble for Jade Rivard-Coulombe as she gloves both of those down.
Face-off won by Concordia. It's Drapeau to Jobin. Jobin just manages to keep it in. He'll go to Lavoie. Lavoie skates inside, wraps around. Still Lavoie trying to pass in front for Drapeau. Can't reach her stick. Pelowick will be able to recover though. I'll go back to Jobin, now to Drapeau. Drapeau, one-timer in front off the skate of Chaillet. Puck still loose, batted out of the air. Lavoie manages to keep it down. Offside will be called. They'll say Lavoie collected it just outside the zone. Whistle sounds and we'll have a face-off.
A tentative call there from both the linesmen. Neither of them wanted to make the call, but eventually one did. It did look like it came out of the zone. So now the second lineup for Concordia. You can't really say power play 1 or power play 2. Both these power play units are so strong. So just the second unit to come out on this power play.
Emile Lucie with it will dump it in. Less than a minute to go on the power play for Concordia. Puck dumped around the boards. Caron will knock it down and keep it in. They'll go to Thibault, now to Lucie. Lucie has to skate back. Now we'll shoot in front. Takes a deflection. Rebound still loose. Parent can't get to it in time. And we'll just get buried into the boards. Now in the right corner. Parent goes to Lucie. Lucie down low. Looks. We'll go back to Parent. Parent back to Lucie. Lucie trying to pass across. Goes off the stick of Rivard-Coulombe. And now to Camille Richard. 17 seconds left on the power play. Richard behind the net to Lucie. Lucie passing front. One-timer blocker save by Rivard-Coulombe off of Zoe Thibault. Kassem dumps it around, but Lucie keeps it one more time. Penalty about to expire. Lucie to Caron. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Caron will try to pass it in front. Takes the deflection. Goes behind the net. It hit the knee of Lucie. Puck circles around the boards. Caron, can she keep it in? No, she cannot. And now it's a partial 2-on-1 here for McGill. It's Boutin with Kassem. Kassem shoots it, saved by Mende. Rebound still loose, will get knocked over the glass at the top of the netting. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off. It's McGill's captain, Annika Cormier, coming oh so close to scoring on the rebound, but we remain scoreless here in the second.
So Concordia able to get about 6 shots on that power play. A couple great opportunities, but some legs that have been on the ice for a while there, as McGill was able to get 2 people on the change and spring a 2-on-1, and a great save there from both the goalies to keep this at a 0-0 game.
Puck goes to Frédéric, pass and she'll go quickly on the left side. Dumps it in, Rivard-Coulombe trying to bat it, loses possession. Now Pelwick and Gaudreau out there. Gaudreau lays it behind for Velpass. Velpass guarded by 2 McGill players. Now Gaudreau there to help. We'll go to Lavoie. Lavoie to Rice. Rice passing over for McIntyre. Good move by McIntyre, trying to pass across for Lavoie, but it's intercepted by McGill. Taylor Garcia alone on the right side. Mika Chang trying to get there to help her. Rice with the block. Now we'll go to Juliette Leroux. Leroux with possession. Gets stopped behind the net. Chaillet will recover. Again, Chaillet trying to go around Juliette Leroux. Both players collide in front of the bench. No call. Clavette will push it back in Martlet's zone. It's Bridget O'Hare with it. O'Hare loses the puck for a second. On the forecheck here is Kate Furlong. Go to Karatsis. Now back to Chaillet for McGill. Chaillet pass in the middle, deflected off the stick of Garcia. We'll go to Camille Richard. Richard dumps it back in. We'll go behind the net. Chaillet will get there first for the Martlets. Pass over for Riley Karatsis. And she'll go for a pass in the middle off the stick of Taylor Garcia. Batted down by Richard. Now Furlong will dump it away. Bidzier chases after it. Rivard-Coulombe knocks it around the boards. It will go to the Martlets. Katia Blong with possession. Blong on the right side gets pressured by Pelowick and Bidzier, and it's Bidzier with it. Bidzier trying to pass across, goes off the pad of Rivard-Coulombe. And now moving it forward is Katia Blong once again for McGill. It's a delayed offside, however, for the Martlets, so Concordia has some space to work with. Puck goes to Bidzier. Alexis Bidzier leaves it behind, trying to find Pelowick. Intercepted and blocked by McGill. Cronwall trying to push it forward. India Benoit there to help. Puck off the glass, whistle sounds, and we'll have the play dead. As Jobin was kind of pushed into the board, into the glass, and the puck couldn't really move.
Puck was jammed between Jobin, her pad, and the boards. So she just kind of stops, smiles, and they blow the whistle dead. They'll take the face-off just outside of the McGill zone. McGill able to get a lot of possession of the puck here, but they've been kind of stuck in their own zone in doing so, so not creating any offensive zone opportunities for themselves.
Puck in Martlet zone. It's Mia Giles with it. Has some pressure coming from Concordia. Patrice Caron goes down low to Drapeau. Drapeau trying to pass it across. Gets a deflection. Will go to the other side of the boards. Lucier can't control it. Goes back to Giles for McGill. Pass it to Cassidy Blanchard. Blanchard, long pass to Jordan Watson. Now to India Benoit. Benoit moves it up for McGill in Concordia zone. Will shoot it. Mende will save it. Go behind the net. Trying to cover it up with Caron. Pass in front. Will only go to the point. Kept in by O'Hare. O'Hare's backhander intercepted by Drapeau. It's a breakaway for Jessimo Drapeau against Rivard Coulombe. Drapeau waits forehand. Backhand forehand. Can't beat Rivard Coulombe. And Benoit back with possession for McGill. Her pass will find Chloé Blanchard. Blanchard stops, shoots it off the blocker of Belmende. Back to the point he goes. Benoit shoots it in front. Pat saving onto the glove of Belmende. Whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off as the most dangerous chance of the afternoon goes to the captain of Concordia, but cannot beat Rivard Coulombe.
That play looked frame for frame like Concordia Stingers captain Simon Lavigne's game-winning play against the Redbirds last night. A poke check at the top of the point and a 1-on-0 with the goalie, but Drapeau not able to get all of it on that shot.
And we'll get a penalty against Concordia. It's a hooking call. That's going to be going to Rachel McIntyre. And now McGill will have a clear 2-minute power play coming up, as their first power play only lasted 30 seconds in the first period after taking one themselves beforehand, and was a 4-on-4. But now let's see if they can cover the full 2 minutes and potentially get the first goal of this game.
McGill definitely struggling on the power play so far this year. Only 3 goals, but a couple of them coming against Concordia. Their first one of the season came against Concordia here at Ed Mahar Arena. So great opportunity for them early on in the second period.
Céline Kassem with it. Kassem goes down low. Wrist shot, takes a deflection, scores! The captain for McGill strikes, and the Martlets lead 1-0 here at Ed Mahar Arena.
A great job getting set up on the cycle, and then they get bodies up in front of Belmende. She couldn't see that puck at all. Puck along the ice, and a beautiful deflection in front of the goal. All they needed was 13 seconds on the power play, and it's 1-0 McGill. So Concordia maybe a little bit stunned. Thursday it was all their way, 9-0. But McGill leading early on in this second period. Concordia is going to need to get back in this game before the end of the third.
And Oliver, you mentioned it. The couple of power play goals were scored by McGill against Concordia, and they strike here once again. It's Noémie Gaudreau now for the Stingers. Gaudreau trying to backhand in front, scores! Off an awkward angle, Gaudreau strikes right back, and we're tied at 1.
Well, that did not take long at all. Noémie Gaudreau drives from her own zone all the way down the ice and just tries to put a puck in front of the net to maybe create a rebound and get a puck on net, but it ends up in the back of the net as she gets her first goal of the season. And what a huge one it is to tie this game back up just seconds later.
Puck loose, Gaudreau now takes it again, but they'll call the offside on this one. Whistle sounds, and we will refire. Gaudreau going from end to end almost. Well, basically from neutral ice to the end, off an awkward angle, and ties this game immediately. Laurence Blanchette trying to push it forward, gets blocked off, and now Curatz is trying to get forward herself, gets hit by Camille Richard, no call. Puck along the left boards in Concordia zone. It's Camille Richard with possession. Richard will hit the stick of Gaudreau. Down the ice it goes. Bidier will try to get there first, and they'll call the icing. However, no whistle was truly blown, but the referee's arm stayed up. Whistle sounds, and we'll regroup in Concordia territory.
So this lineup for Concordia has been out since that goal was scored, so definitely a couple tired legs. Gaudreau definitely looks like she'd like to get off the ice, but it's the second period, the long change. We talked about it. So Concordia needs to win this face-off and get the puck down the other way so they can get a change.
It's Richard to Blanchette. Now to Gaudreau. Gaudreau pass it to Bidier, but it's blocked off by Cassie Blanchard. Richard back with it, will dump it away. And Concordia will make a bunch of changes. Parent, the only player to remain on the ice, and now she'll go for a change herself. Mia Giles, pass it to Chloe Blanchard for the Martlets. She'll dump it in. McIntyre chasing after it. Can't get there first. Blanchard circling around the boards with possession. We'll go to the point for Blanchard. Blanchard will shoot in front. We'll go behind the net. Audrey Clavette with it. Gets knocked in by Boutin. Jordan Watson there to help as well. Juliette Leroux trying to pass it, blocked by O'Hare. Now a shot blocked. Furlong trying to create some space, and now we'll move forward on the left side. Furlong waits, loses the puck between her skates. Can't get a clear pass off, and Blanchard will just push it to the blue line. It's McIntyre. She shoots it, but fans on at the same time as a couple players collide in the back of the play. Watson will dump it away. Belmendi will get there and leave it off for Amy Lavoie. Lavoie flicks it forward. Chasing after it is Kate Furlong, but she's a bit out of gas here. Will get at least to the right corner. He'll try to keep it in for a couple seconds, and now she'll go for a change. Puck to neutral ice. It's Beatrice Caron with it. Caron trying to pass it, blocked by Kassem. Puck still loose. Finally goes to Elise Boutin. Boutin trying to pass it in front. Goes off the stick of Courtney Rice. Pelowick leaves it behind for Caron. Now to Jobin. Jobin trying to find Courtney Rice. Blocked. D'Souza will punch it back in. Mendy to Caron. Caron, long pass, will find Frédéric Velde. Pass, she can't push it forward. Takes a deflection off the stick of Davis. Whistle sounds, and we will have a face-off. 10:31 left in the second period. We are tied at 1.
If it feels like Concordia is missing a player out there tonight, it is French national Emma Nonnenmacher, currently competing over at the Olympics in Italy. Wishing her all the luck as they face off against Germany at 10:40 tomorrow morning. A huge game and their last game of the preliminary round.
Emilie Lucie with possession. Trying to pass it, but it goes off a skate. We'll go to Jessamine Drapeau. Drapeau trying to pass it to a teammate herself. It's blocked, and now it's Carbonneau with it. Carbonneau with space, with speed. Now goes to Blanche. Bikacheng, pardon me. She shoots it in front. It's blocked. Drapeau flicks the puck in the air, and it will hit the ceiling. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off in Concordia territory.
So the first line getting hemmed into the neutral zone and their own zone a little bit here. Obviously, when that first line's out there, you want them in the offensive zone because probably one of the best lines in Canada when it comes to scoring. Jessimo Drapeau with 20 goals this season and Lucier with 12. And that's not even on track to match her pace from the last couple of years.
There's a long pass from Drapeau. Will go all the way to Jade Rivard-Coulombe. But now it's Zoe Thibault with it. Lucier trying to get there as well, but blocked off by the official by accident. And Mia Giles with possession. Giles with a long pass. Goes to the middle of the ice. Delayed offside means Chloé Blanchard has to regroup. So backhand, it can't find Cassidy Blanchard. Puck goes to Lucier. Lucier has some space in the middle. Lucier will shoot it straight into the glove of Jade Rivard-Coulombe. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off with 9:31 left in the second period.
Lucier didn't have too much time there to get closer to the net. 3 Martlets surrounding her on that shot, so she wasn't able to get all of it. But a good opportunity. You get some offensive zone time. You get an offensive zone faceoff, and then you get Rosalie Perron in the faceoff circle, who is 100% on her faceoff so far tonight.
Rachel McIntyre, wrist shot in front, goes wide to the left side. Gaudreau with it. Backhand pass, can't find Bidier. Puck circles around. Parent can't beat Chaillet. Puck in the middle of the ice. Bidier trying to collect it. Parent there to help. Finally goes to Gaudreau. Gaudreau to Parent. Parent can't get around Chaillet properly. Karatz now with it. Now Parent back with it. Gaudreau will shoot and scores! It's Gaudreau again. Her second of the game. And Concordia takes the lead 2-1.
Noémie Gaudreau goes from no goals so far this season to 2 in this game alone. And it's all thanks to Rosalie Perron. She wins the faceoff in the offensive zone and continues to stay strong as she fights along the boards and finds Gaudreau sitting in front of the net, and she gets it back past Rivard-Coulombe on their 23rd shot of the game. So after being down 1-0 only 3 minutes ago, Concordia now leads 2-1.
Puck in front of Concordia's bench. Pushed forward as Furlong loses her stick for a second. And now we'll get the puck in neutral ice. We'll pass over for Juliette Leroux. Leroux trying to go around the McGill defense. Now Vaudrey Clavette with it. We'll pass it to Leroux. Leroux trying to pass it in front. Can't find a target. Puck will go to Dupoutin. Now to Kassem. Kassem will go around Lavoie. Puck will go into the left corner. Lavoie trying to kick it forward. Gets blocked off by McGill. But now it's Lavoie with it. Lavoie to Thibault. Thibault can't get a pass in the middle. We'll go to Cassie Blanchard. Blanchard. Pass over for Elodie Boutin. Boutin to Blanchard. Blanchard now to Mika Chang. Chang shoots it. It will get saved and knocked to the right side. Clavette will backhand around the boards. Kate Furlong with it. Furlong. Some help from Leroux. Concordia's fourth line, but out on the ice here for a little while. Jobin to McIntyre. Now goes to Audrey Clavette. Clavette will move it forward on the left side. Will finally dump it away. And Concordia will be able to make some changes. Cassie Blanchard with it. Blanchard keeps going, goes around a couple Concordia players. Blanchard trying to backhand in front. Puck will go behind the net. It's Taylor Garcia with it. Garcia can't beat Caron, and it's Courtney Rice with possession now. 7:27 and counting left in the second period. Concordia up 2-1 thanks to 2 goals from Noémie Gaudreau. Puck pushed down. It goes to Mika Chang, and now it's a 2-on-1 for McGill. Chang to Benoit. Can't get past the open net. Courtney Rice trying to go around Chaillet. Gets blocked off. Bridget O'Hare will knock it off the boards. Will find Chang, and she'll dump it away. Jobin to Caron. Now to Courtney Rice. Rice to Pelowick. Pelowick will push it down the ice, but that's going to be an icing call against the Stingers. And we'll have a face-off down Concordia's side as India Benoit coming oh so close from tying this game at 2, but could not bury it in an open cage.
A wide open net. You couldn't ask for a better play than that. A beautiful saucer pass on the 2-on-1. Gets over the stick of Jobin, but she just can't find the back of the net. A great opportunity to tie this game back up with some tired legs out on the ice.
Puck dumped down the ice here. Taken over by McGill. Concordia is able to make a couple changes. And whistle will sound, actually. We're going to have a penalty behind the play. They'll call contact to the head against Pelowick. So just missed that play behind everything that was going on in front of the benches. We'll see how many minutes that penalty is going to be. Usually contact to the head is either 2 or 4. 6:39 left in the second period.
So based off the stream, it looks like Pelowick might have bumped into the McGill defender behind the play and just made some contact to the head. And McGill scoring on their last power play, so 1 for 2 tonight. A great opportunity to tie this game right back up.
Only a 2-minute power play here for McGill. But it's Galmier trying to pass it in front, goes off the pad, Amende. And it's kept in by McGill, by Kassem, just barely. Lavoie now working with it. Her pass blocked off by Kassem. Goes back to Cormier, now to Kassem. Shoots it, blocker save by Mendy. Puck batted out of the air, but it stays with the Martlets. Kassem to Cormier, trying to pass in front. Will only find Jessimo Drapeau. Drapeau flicks the puck in the air. Lucie will chase after it. She'll actually get there first. Will push it behind the net, gets knocked over, no call, and will collide with one of the officials at the same time. As Cormier has it with it. Will go and pass it for Katia Blanc. Puck loose, pass in front. Boutin can't find Kassem, and she gets knocked over, no call. Chaillet at the point, still Miguel Chaillet. Now to Boutin. Boutin down low to Carbonneau. Carbonneau passing in front, blocked off by Jobin. 50 seconds left on the power play for McGill. Jobin attempts to clear it, blocked off by Garcia. But her push and attempt only go to Jobin. Now she'll be able to clear it down the ice. Chaillet can't control it down, and McGill have to regroup.
Concordia doing a great job there. Another wide open net opportunity for McGill. But a great job tying up on the stick, so no shot able to get off, and then able to dump the puck and get a full change there for the Stingers.
Emilie Lavoie with it for Concordia. Will able to dump it one more time down the ice. And that should kill off a majority of the seconds left with 15 and counting. Puck left behind for Mika Chang. Zoe Thibault will go on a little forecheck run, trying to use some time. Taylor Garcia loses the puck between her skates, and Thibault actually gets it back. will go all the way back to McIntyre, and the penalty will expire. Pelowick is back on the ice, and it's 5-on-5 hockey here with 4:34 and counting left in the second period. Concordia up 2-1. Lavoie with it on the left side, goes around Taylor Garcia. Still Lavoie with it. Wraparound shot goes and saved by Rival Coulombe, who collects it with her glove. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off in McGill territory.
What a great kill there by Concordia. McGill was able to sustain a little bit of offensive zone time there, but anytime they try and get a shot off, they'd get bodies in front, and Concordia was able to dump the puck quickly after, and then do a good job on the forecheck to waste time in McGill's own end.
Yeah, Giles gets around the boards. Now it's a one-on-one between Guichard and Chloé Blanchard. Blanchard loses the puck, unfortunately for her, and now Concordia will get it back. Long pass for Courtney Rice, intercepted by McGill. Guichard to Blanchette. Now to Courtney Rice. Rice on the left side waits. Wrist shot deflected. Saved by Rival Coulombe. Goes back to Rice now to Frédéric Velpasse, but she gets blocked by India Benoit. Benoit trying to find Chloé Blanchard. Unsuccessful on the first attempt, but Blanchard recovers. McGill with possession in Concordia zone. Chloé Blanchard gets tripped up by Camille Richard. No call. Falls onto the puck, and now McGill recover. India Benoit trying to keep it in, but it goes to Jessimo Drapeau. Drapeau pass it for Courtney Rice. Rice will push it down into Martlet's territory. Bridget O'Hare with it. O'Hare can't push it to her teammate in D'Souza. Now the puck is loose. It will go to Lucier. Lucier gets hit by Blanchard. Both players fall down to the ice. Puck goes to Caron. Caron will shoot in front. Saved by Yvonne Coulombe. Rebound still loose. Thibault can't get to it. It's Megan Cronwall with it for the Martlets. Puck along the left boards. To the point it goes for Jabin. Jabin looking. Will just dump it instead. Behind the net it goes. O'Hare blocking one Concordia player. You see trying to get the puck back on the forecheck. 2:44 left in the second period. O'Hare with it now for the Martlets. O'Hare goes off a Cronwall. Down the ice it goes. Icing waved off. Caron to Jabin. Jabin still with it. Will dump it away. Parent chases after it. Chaillet trying to dump it away. Now it's Gaudreau with it. Gaudreau gets blocked off by Chaillet. Goes back to Gaudreau. They're in the corner. Working on the backhand. Gaudreau waits. Pass it down low for McIntyre. McIntyre trying to pass it in front for Bizet. Bizet will shoot it. Go wide to the right side. Parent to the point for Lavoie. Lavoie waits. Will shoot in front. It's blocked. Annika Cormier now with it. Cormier has to circle back. Will pass it off the boards. Now some space for Eddie Boutin. Boutin waits. Shoots. It will go wide to the right side. Kassem manages to beat Bizet. Now back to Boutin, back to Kassem. Kassem can't control it. Puck will go behind the net as there's a stick loose on the ice. Chloe Davis with it. Davis pushed it to Kassem. Kassem loses it. It's Parent's stick that she lost. Lavoie goes around one player from McGill. Still Lavoie with it. Trying to go around Kassem. Lost it for a second. Manages to recover. Long pass will hit a stick and go out of play into the stands. Whistle sounds. We'll have 1:09 left in the second period. Concordia up 2-1.
Rachel McIntyre lost her stick there in the defensive zone, and Rosalie Perron, noticing this, makes the smart play to give your defenseman the stick. You need the people on the lower half of the defensive side there to have a stick so they're able to tie up the offensive players in front of the net. And then Perron makes a smart move, puts Bedzier down onto the lower part.
Courtney Rice with possession for Concordia, trying to go around Mia Giles, unsuccessful. Taylor Garcia pass it to Mika Chang. Last minute of play in the second period. It's Mika Chang with some space on the left side, trying to pass it in front. Cannot find a target as it was blocked by Concordia. Garcia now with possession. Garcia loses it to McIntyre, goes back to Mia Giles. She'll backhand it forward, but now it's Blanchette to Pelowick. Pelowick trying to pass it on the 1-2 to Velpasse, but it's intercepted by McGill. Giles, her clearing attempt will only go to Blanchette. She'll activate. Blanchette trying to go around Cassidy Blanchard, but McGill get back possession. Garcia passing across. Courtney Rice will just dump it away once again. Rival Coulombe with it for 20 seconds left in the second period. Blanchard, long pass to Garcia. Cannot find a teammate. We'll go to Jobin, now to Lucier. Lucier flicks it up for Thibault. Thibault with it, 10 seconds left, goes to Drapeau. Drapeau backhand in front, saved by Rival Coulombe. Rebound loose, will go to Garcia. And Garcia will just go into the corner. The horn will sound as a pass goes in front. And that is how the second period will conclude. 3 goals scored in total, but it's a 2-1 lead in favor of the Concordia Stingers after 40 minutes of play. We'll break down all the action that transpired in the second period in a couple minutes' time as you're watching Concordia versus McGill here at Mahar Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second period intermission report here at Mahar Arena, as it is 2-1 in favor of the Concordia Stingers versus the McGill Martlets. Max, we got to join with Oliver Richmond on this Sunday afternoon. And for a quick second there, McGill almost coming with the shocker, scoring the first goal of this match. Annika Cormier on the power play, but then Concordia strike right back, and it's Noémie Gaudreau of all people that gets Concordia the lead.
Yeah, so Gaudreau coming into this game, only 1 assist recorded on the season, but she plays the hero in that second period for Concordia as she nets 2 goals to regain that lead right back for Concordia. And, you know, sometimes it's the most unlikely people. We saw on Thursday it was all that first line with Drapeau having 7 points, Lavoie having 4 points, and Lucier having 4 points herself. But tonight, it's a little bit more third and fourth line action. We've seen them out there quite often, and they've been doing a great job as they get 2 to give Concordia the lead at the second intermission.
Now, we mentioned that's with the second period, getting hemmed in can be something that can happen a lot. And for Concordia, a couple times it was scary that their fourth line and even their second line in Velpas, Pelowick, and Rice were kind of hemmed in there. And McGill had a couple chances of potentially tying this game back at 2.
McGill had a couple solid 1 to 2 minute shifts in the offensive zone, and they did a great job at keeping Concordia in their own zone. Something that Concordia usually does so well is either breaking out or keeping the other team in the offensive zone. But McGill, taking a page out of their book, did a great job, just got the cycle going, putting the puck along the boards and not allowing them to change. And if the puck did come back out, they would immediately re-enter into the zone, not allowing all 5 players to change.
Well, for Concordia, they have 20 minutes left to keep their winning streak alive. It's only a 1-goal game here, Oliver, so they're going to have to put pedal to the metal and try to increase their lead, because or else McGill could still cause a shocker here at Mahar Arena.
McGill had a great second period. Yes, they're down 2-1 now, but they almost won that period entirely. At least 13 to 15 minutes of that was controlled by McGill. The other 5 minutes where Concordia scored those 2 goals was controlled by them. And, you know, Concordia took 2 penalties. So coming to this third period, Concordia going to have to stay disciplined if they want to win this game.
Will we see some overtime? Well, you'll have to wait and see, as it's a 2-1 lead for Concordia after 40 minutes of play. The third period is coming up next here at Mahar Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ed Mahar Arena as we are moments away from the start of the third period between the Concordia Stingers and McGill Martlets. Max McGill joined with Oliver Richmond. One other game being played as we speak in the RSCQ. It is Bishops and the Carabins de l'Université de Montréal who are just underway between both teams. 1 point separates Bishops and Montreal for that second place spot in the RSCQ. We already know the matchups for the playoffs. Concordia and McGill will face off against each other in the semis. The Bishops and Montreal will face off against each other, but Bishops and Montreal still have to figure out who will get home ice advantage in the best of 3 series. So the last couple games that these two will play against each other, plus the other games left in the season, will be extremely important when it comes to seeding between both sides. Back here at MHR Arena, it is 2-1 in favor of Concordia, with both goals in the second period scored by Noémie Gaudreau. For McGill, it was Annika Cormier, the captain, scoring on the power play to make it a 2-1 game as we speak after 40 minutes of play. And Oliver, for Concordia, they got to start scoring at least 1 or 2 more, or else things could get murky, with McGill acknowledging that they might have a chance to tie this game.
McGill looked really strong in that second period, and yes, they're down, but like we said at the intermission report, they looked like a bit of a better team in that second frame. Gaudreau kind of helping her team out, playing the hero and scoring 2 big goals to give Concordia that lead after going down 1-0 early. But this game is far from over. We've seen many, many games between these two teams here at Ed Mahar Arena go to overtime. Don't let that Thursday 9-0 score fool you. These two teams are very competitive.
Third period is underway. McGill with possession. Jordan Watson loses an edge, and that's going to be a tripping call against Concordia. It's the captain that's going to go to the Burns box. And McGill immediately start off this third period on the power play.
So we've seen both captains from each team go to the penalty box now. And not only is it a penalty, it's bad obviously for Concordia, but you've got one of your best penalty killers sitting in the Burns box at the moment. So we're seeing Zoe Thibault on this first penalty kill line alongside Lucier instead of Drapeau.
Mia Giles to Kassem. Back to Giles at the top of the point. Now to Boutin. Back to Giles. Now to Kassem. Kassem gets poked off the puck from Lavoie. Lavoie passes it for Thibault. She tries to clear it. Can't do so. Goes back to Kassem for McGill. Down low for Cormier. Cormier trying to spin it around to Kassem, but it only goes off the boards to the point. Boutin. Now to Katia Blanc. Blanc gets knocked into the glass. Camille Richard trying to use as much clock as she can. Puck goes to the point again for Giles. She'll wrist shot in front, takes a deflection about a minute, tries to cover it up, and is successful in her attempt. As the deflection met the puck, just slowly trickled in front of her pad. But the Stingers netminder manages to cover it up, and we'll have a face-off.
Sometimes the ones you can see can be the scariest. A slow trickling puck as Bellman thought the shot was going to the right side of her net, gets deflected towards the left, but she's able to get the toe out and get the pad on it. And a great save there by Bell to keep it at a 1-goal game for Concordia. 1:24 left on the power play.
Face off on the right side of the Stingers netminder. McGill with possession. It's Blanc to Giles to Kassem. Kassem trying to pass it in front, blocked by Caron. Puck still loose, and Rosalie Parent is able to clear it away, and Bidier will go after it, and she'll actually be the first one to get it there before Jean-Louis Valcoulon pass it over. And it goes to Mia Giles for the Martlets. Giles pushes it, dumps it behind. Mendy. That's just a cross and forward, but now the puck will go to Alexis Bidier on the left side. Bidier will be able to clear it away, and that's more time off the clock for the power play of McGill.
Concordia able to get full 2 changes on this power play before the halfway mark, so something that's huge to keep fresh legs out there early in this third period.
Lavoie manages to dump it once again. We'll have 35 seconds left on the power play for the Martlets. Mika Chang leaves it off for Megan Chailly, and the Martlets will refire from their own zone. The long pass from Chailly only goes to the stick of McIntyre, and she'll clear it right back down to the stick of Chailly. Chailly leaves it off to Chang, who goes to Taylor Garcia. Garcia dumps it in. Mendy can't get to it, but Lavoie is able to. Her clearing attempt is blocked by Carbonneau. Carbonneau trying to pass it in front, blocked off by Lavoie. Puck goes to the point for Garcia. She'll dump it around the boards. Penalty about to expire here. Mika Chang gets to the puck, and we're back to 5-on-5, and now a pass only goes to the stick of Drapeau that goes out of the box. 3-on-2 here for Concordia. Drapeau manages to get her around WHKY. Pelovic. Go back to Drapeau. Drapeau circles it around. We'll go to Blanchet at the point. Now to Camille Richard. Richard can't control it on the first attempt, just dumps it down instead. Puck goes to Miguel WHKY for the Martlets. Watson can't keep it. Goes back to Camille Richard. Richard, her dumping goes to the stick of Blanchard. Puck still loose. Finally, we'll go back to Camille Richard with some space on the left side. Richard shoots it, saved by Rivard Coulombe. Still Richard with it. To the point it goes for Blanchet. Blanchet shoots it in front, saved by Rivard Coulombe. We'll cover it off her blocker. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off with just under 3 minutes gone by in the third.
And Gaudreau right there in front of the net. She's hungry for another goal. She's been the most dangerous player out on the ice for either side as she gets 2 so far this game.
First line out for Concordia. Thibault wins the face-off. Goes to Caron. Caron down low for Thibault. Thibault to Lucie. Lucie loses the puck between her skates, and it will go to Chloé Blanchard. Blanchard goes around Thibault, will find Benoit. Benoit will dump it away. Cronwall chases after it. Belmende will be able to go off the backhand. Will find the captain in Drapeau. Drapeau pass in the middle. Lucie will deflect it off her skate. Rivard Coulombe chases after it. Will shoot it. It'll accidentally hit Blanchard, and now she'll move it up for the Martlets. Blanchard, with help from Benoit, will dump it away. Mende will slow the play down, and now puck will go to Jabin. Jabin to Thibault, now to Emilie Lucier. Lucier with some space in the middle. Now working on the right side. Lucier cuts back, trying to pass it in front, takes the deflection. Leroux backhand and scores! Juliette Leroux off the backhand, and Concordia doubles its lead.
A bit of a broken play as Lucier rips one towards net, and Leroux was just standing there as the puck bounced onto her stick, and she backhands one home over the left shoulder of Rivard Coulombe to extend Concordia's lead to 2 goals early in this third period.
Leroux's third of the season. Now Concordia have a bit of a cushion, but McGill trying to strike back immediately. Kassem trying to get to the puck one more time, trying to fall onto it on the backhand, but it's Leroux to take over. Leroux, her clear attempt goes off a McGill player, and the puck will go all the way back to Cyrine Kassem. Kassem to Davis. Davis, long pass, hits the skate of Lavoie, and she'll clear it back down the ice herself. Rivard will cover it up, whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off in Martlet's territory.
Back out comes the third line for the Stingers. Parent, Gaudreau, and Bédier. Been lethal all night, obviously, having 2 of those goals on this line. They look to strike and make this a 3-goal game and maybe really make it difficult for McGill to pull off the comeback.
Blanchard off the boards. We'll go to Garcia. Noémie Gaudreau can't control it. It goes to Rosalie Blanchard. Blanchard can't keep it. Now it's Bédier with it. Bédier backhander goes over the net. Garcia and Richard collide with each other. It's Richard with possession. Richard backhander saved by Rivard Coulombe. Puck goes behind the net. Cassie Blanchard knocks it around the boards and will trickle all the way back to Concordia's side. Blanchette to Gaudreau. Gaudreau just leaves it back for Camille Richard. Trying to go back to Blanchette, but the puck goes off the boards. And now some space here for Mika Chang. Chang loses the puck between her skates. Carbonneau trying to pass it in front. Garcia trying to get after it. Not successful in that attempt. Long pass now goes to Frédéric Velpast. Velpast on the left side. Waits, trying to pass in front. Goes off the skate of Bridget O'Hare and goes to the other side. Chang at least dumps it to neutral ice. He'll go to Angélique Jabin. Jabin pushed it into McGill zone. Bridget O'Hare with possession. O'Hare has to face the forecheck of Concordia as D'Souza will bunch it out of the air. And now catch up Blanc with some space. Blanc trying to go the other side for Cronwall, but can't reach it in time. Puck goes to Frédéric Velpast. Blanc manages to keep it though. Still Blanc, shoots it, blocker save by Belmendi. Kuratzis gets it to Cronwall. Now to O'Hare. O'Hare down low for Cronwall. Cronwall trying to go back to O'Hare. O'Hare behind the net, looking for a pass, trying to shoot it in front, blocked by Courtney Rice, and now it's a partial 2-on-1 here for Concordia. Vel pass and Pelowick on tired legs. Pelowick waits, loses the puck between her skates, however. Can't get it to Philippe Velpass, and the puck goes behind the net. Chailly manages to push it forward. It's Lavoie with it. Lavoie working on the backhand. Emilie Lavoie waits, gets it over. We'll find Lucier. Lucier back to Lavoie. Lavoie waits, trying to backhand in front, can't find Drapeau. Cronwall at least backhand to neutral ice. Puck goes to Zoe Thibault. We'll go back to Lucier. Lucier with speed, cuts all the way to her left side. Trying to pass it back in front for Thibault, can't find a target. Drapeau gets knocked into the net. McIntyre shoots it, scores! Who tipped it? It did Drapeau tip it is the question, and it looks like she did. The captain gets it home, and it's 4-1.
So after some unlikely scorers get the first 3 goals for Concordia, as we saw pure dominance from the first line in that 9-0 win on Thursday.
And I think we have a discussion here, Oliver.
Because if Drapeau tipped that, I believe it would be high sticking because the puck did come from a very high angle. That's why I assumed that it was McIntyre at first because the goal was allowed.
Maybe if you were Drapeau, maybe you shouldn't have said anything and just said McIntyre take the goal and we'll review it afterwards. And there it is, no goal. Drapeau called on the high stick on the shot. And that will not be her 21st of the season. That's 2 goals denied to the Concordia captain. And we'll have a face-off just outside McGill zone.
That's too bad for her because that would move her into most goals in a season, tied for 6th. Jessimo Drapeau, she sits as 20, searching for that 21st. So 2 goals tonight taken away for high sticks. 2 goals that would have moved her into the top 6 in most goals scored in a season.
Icing waved off there as Joey Blanchard was able to get there first. And the puck will go to Mia Giles, but she can't control it in Concordia's end. The puck will go to Watson. Watson trying to dump it, but Drapeau will get there first. Puck still loose, now pushed it to Concordia's zone. Now goes to Jessimo Drapeau, she can't control it properly. Blanchard's pass goes back to Drapeau, and now Lucie has a partial breakaway. Lucie waits, shoots, save by Yvonne Coulombe. Rebound goes back to Lucie, but she gets poked off the puck. Beatrice Caron leaves it to Leroux, and now Kate Furlong with it. Furlong knocked it to the board, so we'll go to India Benoit. Benoit pushes it with some help from Blanchard. It goes to neutral ice. Down it goes to Clavette. Now Kate Furlong with possession. Furlong dumps it off the backhand. Chases. Now Clavette trying to backhand her in front. Can't find a shot off. Puck still loose. Player falls to the ice, and it's going to be a tripping call once again against Concordia. And I believe Juliette Leroux knew it instantly, and she goes to the burn box. And it's another power play opportunity coming up for the Martlets.
So it looked like Concordia was going to be able to get that 3-goal lead. That goal gets called back. You keep the pressure on, but then you take a penalty. The one way that McGill has scored tonight has been on the special teams. It's been on the power play. And now you give up a penalty with still plenty of time in this 3rd period. So McGill very much can still pull off the comeback.
Lavoie is able to clear it away, however, and the first couple seconds will tick by in this power play. Chailly, pass it to Garcia. Garcia backhands it back to Chailly as the forecheck from Concordia is successful in the first couple seconds, as almost 30 seconds have already gone by in this power play for McGill. Chang circles it around the boards. Garcia can't keep it. Chailly has to go back to neutral ice. Chailly back with it. Now to Chang. Chang on the left side, leaves it back for Carbonneau. Back to Chang, to the point for Chailly. Chailly to Garcia. Garcia down low for Watson. Watson fighting against Jobin. Goes back to Garcia. Parent will get there first, and she'll be able to backhand away. And we have officially hit the halfway mark of this power play for McGill. Garcia with space gets slashed off her stick. Lucie will go to the box. It's going to be a 5-on-3. And actually, pardon me, it's Lavoie that's going to go to the box for the slash. And that means it's 5-on-3 hockey here in favor of McGill. The big opportunity here for the Martlets.
52 seconds on the 5-on-3. A great opportunity here for McGill to maybe get not just 1 but 2 goals and tie this game back up. They'll have plenty of time on the power play now.
Boutin to Giles. Giles shoots it, blocked in front, and Drapeau will be able to clear it away.
We talked about it at the intermission break, Max, how it was going to be so important that Concordia stays disciplined in this third period if they're going to want to come out with the win. That's 3 penalties now in the first 10 minutes of play. So definitely doing quite the opposite of staying disciplined at the moment.
Good news is that Concordia is able to clear away the first 2 attempts in the 5-on-3. Belmende lost the puck for a second. Now will backhand around the boards. It will go to the captain of McGill, Annika Cormier. Now to Boutin. To Giles. Giles thought about shooting it. Now goes to Boutin. She'll wrist shot it, blocked by Lucier. Kassem with it now down low. Kassem try to pass it across. We'll find Katia Blanc. First power play about to expire here. Boutin to Blanc. Blanc shoots it in front. Cannot find Kassem, and it's Juliette Leroux with possession, and she'll be able to clear it away, but it hits a line official by accident. Now a couple deflections later, Leroux will chase after on the forecheck, and Mia Giles has to go all the way back to her own side to recover. 52 seconds left on the 5-on-4. Katia Blanc. Her pass will only go to the right corner. Boutin gets there. Cormier to Kassem. Kassem loses the puck to Parent, and it's Beatrice Caron with it. Caron goes around the boards. Pelowick loses possession. Kassem there as well, and now Pelowick will recover. It's a 1-on-2 for Pelowick, and she'll just decide to get a dump in off the backhand. The puck will circle around the boards, and Velpass will actually get there first for Concordia. Velpass met by Kassem. Both players pushing each other. Velpass will get knocked over, and that's going to be a penalty on Kassem. She can't believe it. And it's going to be a roughing call against Kassem, and the power play is officially expired, and it will be a power play for about 1:50 for Concordia after the fact with 8:53 left in the third period.
So Concordia does a great job of killing off the 5-on-3, and then a great job of killing off most of that 5-on-4, and then Leroux and Verpast hustle into the other end to waste some time, and Verpast gets shoved off the puck completely. It's pretty obvious when you have no stick, when you push somebody or when you hit somebody, and the referee was standing right there, and he had no doubt about it when making that call.
India Benoit fights against Bidier. Drapeau gets there first. Puck goes on the boards. Jobin loses possession. Blanchard will push it forward. We're about to go back to 5-on-4. Lavoie officially back on the ice, but now it's India Benoit with possession for McGill. Benoit trying to get a shot off, but can't get one clean. And it goes to the corner, and Benoit will get called for a penalty. She'll officially touch it as she hits Jobin into the boards. It's a cross-check against Benoit. And boy, have the tables turned. It's a 5-on-3 power play upcoming for Concordia.
Definitely cannot do that, Max. A cross-check to the face of Jobin will land McGill 2 penalties within the matter of 27 seconds. And it's a lot of time on the 5-on-3 here for Concordia. A great opportunity to not only get a 3-goal lead, but maybe even potentially a 4-goal lead and ice this game completely.
Face-off won by McGill, but it's Concordia with possession. Jobin to Drapeau. Back to Jobin. Now to Lavoie. Lavoie waits, shoots it, saved by Rival Coulombe. She'll collect it. Whistle sounds, and we'll regroup with 1:22 left on the 5-on-3.
Despite allowing 3 goals tonight, Rival Coulombe has looked solid as per usual, making 27 saves already. Concordia already at their average of shots per game with still 8 minutes left in this hockey game.
Face-off won by McGill once again, but it's Pelowick to go to Jobin. Jobin to Lavoie. Lavoie across for Drapeau. One-timer goes over the net. Lavoie recovers. Waits. Goes to Jobin. Jobin trying to go back to Drapeau, but good read from Mia Giles, and she'll be able to dump it away.
Both men's and women's Concordia team like to have their captains set up on that right side in what I call their office, looking for the one-timer, but teams have become susceptible to it and are starting to read that shot early.
Jobin with speed, circles around, goes to Lavoie. Lavoie to Jobin, across for Lucie, just manages to get to it. Still Lucie with it, trying to pass in front for Parent, now a shot, scores! Zoe Thibault buries it home, and it's 4-1, and Concordia will have a minute 5 of a 5-on-4 power play left.
Lucie does a great job of skating around on the power play as she does so often, and she just puts one on net. Parent able to find Thibault wide open, and she's got the whole net to work with. And she buries it to make it 4-1 Stingers, and like you said, Max, still a minute 5 left on the 5-on-4, so great opportunity for Concordia to continue to increase their lead in this game.
Sometimes a bit of ice soccer works wonders, and for that one, it's for Rosalie Parent. It worked out pretty well, kicking it to Zoe Thibault for the wide open cage. And it's a 4-1 lead now for Concordia with just under a minute left on the power play here after converting on the first one. And it's Emilie Lucie with possession on the right side. Lucie with speed. Still Emilie Lucie trying to backhand in front. Rival Coulomb blocks it with her stick. It goes back to Béatrice Caron. Caron to Richard. Richard shoots it in front off the crossbar. Lucie to Caron. Caron loses the puck, and now Jordan Watson has some space. Watson trying to go around a couple players, gets poked off the puck, and now we'll be able to just backhand away. Belmende gets possession. A pass over for Zoe Thibault, who scored the 4th goal of this game for Concordia as they take a 4-1 lead. McGill dump it right back, and Concordia will have about 10 seconds left as a dangerous pass in front. Lavoie is able to recover, however. Lavoie waits, trying to pass in front, takes the deflection. Clavet can't get to the rebound. Cormier with it, it's 5-on-5. Katia Blanc, pass it over for Benoit. Benoit trying to pass it forward again. Blanc trying to go for a shot, puck is loose. Will finally go to Juliette Leroux, and she passes over for Kate Furlong. Furlong will backhand away, gets knocked over, no call. Yvan Coulomb leaves it off for Cassidy Blanchard. Blanchard moves it up ice, 6 minutes left in the 3rd period. Belmendi backhands it to Blanchette. Blanchette finds Clavet. Desvel pass lost her stick. Now it goes to Rachel McIntyre. McIntyre back to Blanchette. Will pass over for Audrey Clavet. Clavet waits, will shoot it. Will go wide to the left side. Puck goes back to Richard, manages to keep it in. Still loose, now goes to Carbonneau. Carbonneau's pass intercepted in the middle of the ice by Blanchette, and she'll dump it away. Gaudreau chases after it, she'll get there first. Gaudreau loses it off the backhand, will go to Garcia. Garcia trying to go around Richard, unsuccessful in that attempt. Frédéric Vell passed with it, backhands it to Blanchette. Blanchette gets some help for Courtney Rice, and now it's Gaudreau with it. Back to Courtney Rice, gets poked off the puck. Gaudreau gets it back. Pushes it forward, will go to D'Souza. Madison D'Souza. Long pass will find Mika Chang. And now Riley Karatzis with some space. Karatzis waits, shoots it, saved by Belmendi. Parent with it. Parent fans on her pass attempt. We'll leave it behind for Caron instead. Caron back to Blanchette. Blanchette still hasn't gone for a change here. Finally, we'll go to Rosalie Parent. And the Concordia defender will go to the bench for a change. Cronwall with it. Loses possession. Now a pass in front. Pizzi shoots it. Saved by Rival Coulomb on the one-timer. Pizzi also close for making it 5. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off. 4:28 left in the 3rd period.
Rival Coulomb single-handedly making sure this game is not a blowout. As her offense struggles to create opportunities and create goals here, she continues to make huge saves. It could easily be 5 or 6-1 at the moment if it wasn't for her.
Chloe Blanchard on the right side. Blanchard manages to go around Jabin. Jabin loses her stick in the process. Puck in the left corner. Caron gets knocked in by Watson. Backhand pass blocked for a quick second, but Parent manages to get it to neutral ice, and it's Bidzi with possession. Bidzi, backhander, will only find the stick of Chaillet for McGill. On the forecheck here is Pelowick, however. Pelowick trying to pass in front for Bidzier. Puck still loose, goes into the corner. It's Bidzier with possession once again. Bidzier wrap around, puck still loose, batted out of the air. And it goes to Chloé Blanchard. Thibault now on the forecheck. It'll go to Megan Chaillet. Chaillet to Bridget O'Hare. O'Hare trying to backhand pass in front, nobody home, and now it goes to Zoe Thibault. Thibault to Lucier. Lucier with speed, cuts back, trying to pass in front for Drapeau, can't get her stick to the puck. McIntyre with it, back to Lucier. Lucier goes to Thibault, back to McIntyre. McIntyre pushes it down low, goes back to Thibault. Thibault trying to pass it in front, but lost the puck between her skates. Mika Chang, forward to Garcia. Garcia can't get around Emi Lavoie, but Carbonneau there to help. She gets blocked off by McIntyre. Now Jessimo Drapeau with possession. Drapeau will just dump it away. Cassie Blanchard can't get to it first. Mia Giles with possession. Giles, her long pass, only get deflected. It'll go to Blanchette. Blanchette to Leroux. Leroux, Clavette can't get to it. Goes to Mika Chang. Now Garcia back on the offense for McGill. Garcia, backhand pass, can't find Carbonneau. Leroux with it. We'll go to Kate Furlong. Furlong trying to find Clavette. Pass too long. Chloe Davis will get there first for McGill. Davis backhands it. Can't find Mia Giles. Furlong will get it into the left corner. 2:30 left in the third period. Concordia up 4-1. Pass in front. Leroux trying to shoot it. Furlong there as well. Puck loose finally. Richard shoots it. Saved by Rivard Coulombe. Furlong gets knocked over. Garcia with possession now. As now a big collision in the middle of the ice between Camille Richard and Céline Kassem. And Florence Blanchette will get there. Courtney Rice loses the puck to Kassem. Now goes to D'Souza, to Davis. Now to Cormier, now to Boutin. Boutin waits, backhander will go to the side of the net. Courtney Rice gets checked by Kassem, and that's going to be a penalty on Céline Kassem, who's been the target of a couple hits for Concordia. Well, the problem is a couple hits that she's laid have not been legal, and it's another power play upcoming here for Concordia.
Camille Richard with an unreal shift, a huge slap shot, and then a big hit in the open ice. And then it causes McGill to take a penalty. 1:50 remaining. And if Concordia doesn't score on this, they'll spend the rest of this game on the power play. And in other news, the Carabins of the Université de Montréal are currently up 1-0 over the Bishops Gators with 1:24 left in that first period. So something to look out for as they continue to play for home ice in that first round of the playoffs.
Alexis Bidzier to Drapeau, to Jobin. Jobin shoots it, it's blocked. Now it goes back to Drapeau, Drapeau to Pelowick. One-timer deflected off the post, rebound still loose, covered up by Jade Rivard-Coulombe. Whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off as that puck hits the post and just never went in. And it remains a 4-1 lead for Concordia. Next game for the Stingers is against Bishops, their final road game of the season. And then after that, the final two games of the season will both be at home for Concordia. As it's Jessimo Drapeau with it, we'll go to Jobin. Jobin to Lavoie. Lavoie to Drapeau. One-timer goes over the net. Lavoie back to Jobin, loses the puck between her skates, and we'll have to regroup. We'll backhand pass it to Drapeau. Drapeau trying to find Pelowick. It's intercepted, and that puck will go down the ice into the right corner. 1 minute left in this third period. Concordia up 3, and will be able to continue their winning ways in 2026. Jessimo Drapeau trying to pass it in front. Rivard-Coulombe will collect it. Give one little jab to Alexis Bidzier to boot. Whistle sounds. We'll have a face-off with 49.2 seconds left in the third period as Thibault, Lucier, and Parent are on the ice with Caron and Richard.
So Concordia will be able to make it 16 wins straight. An impressive streak as they stay smoking hot. After going down 1-0 early to McGill, they were able to score 4 in a row.
Lucier with it. 30 seconds left in this game. Caron back to Lucier. Now to Camille Richard. Richard down low for Thibault. Thibault backhander in front. Parent trying to jab at it. Can't get it shot off clearly. Lucier loses the puck to Blanchard. Puck will go to neutral ice, but get deflected out of play. So with 16.2 seconds left, we'll have a face-off in McGill's zone once again. And maybe one more shot attempt if Concordia so chooses, just so they don't go 0-4 on the power play on this one.
They did get one goal on the power play when we had the
keyword
5-on-3.
sentence to that one, Oliver, was this one.
This one,
so.
yes. But yeah, maybe a set play getting written up for the last 10 seconds of this game. But
as Thibault gets knocked over, no call. Benoit trying to keep possession. Lucier with it, 2 seconds left, 1 second. Lucier will shoot it, will score at the buzzer. And the game will conclude at 5-1. Lucier had 2 assists before that and will finish off with a goal. And that is how the game will conclude. Final score 5-1 in favor of the Concordia Stingers. They stay undefeated here in 2026, as their next game will be against the Bishop Skaters on Friday.
Emilie Lucier decides to get one more and continue her great game and her great 2026 to make it 5-1 for the Stingers. And they'll move to 16 straight as they head to Bishops next week. But these teams, it's not the last time they'll see each other, as this will be the first round of the playoffs. And a great look at what that matchup will be like.
Couple notes just to end off here with Lucier. As mentioned, 1 goal, 2 assists this afternoon. For goals, that puts her 49 in her career, 1 away from number 50. And also those 3 points puts her at 94 points. So she's 6 away from 100. A reminder, she's only in her 3rd season with Concordia. So something to keep out and to look for the rest of the season for Emilie Lucier when it comes to milestones. But for this afternoon, this will conclude our broadcast here at Mahar Arena, as the Stingers will salute the crowd one more time. Concordia wins by a final score of 5-1 against the McGill Martlets. For my partner, Oliver Richmond, I've been Maxim Cadet. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. Have fun watching the Super Bowl. And for everyone at the production team, everyone at the SAT team, we wish you all a good night, and we'll see you all next time.